What's up, everybody? This is your boy, aka the Magnificent, aka Brother Enoch. And you already know, everybody knows I love my mom's fried chicken. So sit back, relax, and let's have some fun. Let's talk about sports, baby. Sports. Here we go. Woo! And oh, I forgot something. Welcome back to Sports Corner. Here we go. 2 words. Game time. Milwaukee Bucks guard Damian Lillard has been diagnosed with a blood clot in his right calf. Right calf. Causing him to sit out indefinitely. He's also taking blood thinning medication. He's a 7-time NBA All-Guard and one of the most electrifying players in the NBA. Lillard has missed the last 3 games for the Bucks. The Bucks are not giving a specific date of when he is returning. They are more focused on him getting better and staying in good health. Lillard at 34 years old. Yes, he's getting up there, but he's still handling some business. The second high-profile player to be sidelined this season because of DVT. The other player was Victor Wembanyama, who was diagnosed with it in his right shoulder after he returned from the All-Star game last month and was quickly ruled out for the season. Woo! Wembanyama is also on blood-thinning medication, but the doctors have assured that there is no concern for his long-term health. Damian Lillard, Dame Time, says he is grateful the Bucks called it early, that they have been nothing but supportive throughout the whole process this whole season. Damian Lillard was ranked 10th in the NBA in assists with 7.1 and 11th in scoring with 24.9 points. Yes, he still got it. Yes, game shots. Look at that highlight right there. Boom, let's go. Swoosh. Next, we're going to talk about a little bit of football. A little bit of football. Here we go. Right now. Hold on. One more Damian Lillard. Okay, football. Here we go. Russell Wilson. Yes, QB. 2 words. Making money. Ching, ching. The New York Giants just made a mind-blowing deal with Super Bowl winning quarterback Russell Wilson on a 1-year deal worth up to, this is a lot of money right here, $21 million. Can you believe that? Including $10.5 million guaranteed. Wow, that's a whole lot of ching, ching. That's a whole lot of ching, ching. I don't know what I would do with that. Really. Wow. That is so much. I don't know what to say. Russell Wilson also won Super Bowl 48 in MetLife Stadium with the Seattle Seahawks. Wilson is returning as the Giants' projected starting quarterback and says he is excited to be back before the Giants' projected starting quarterback, and he's also excited, right? With the Pittsburgh Steelers he played with, he struggled through training camp in the first 6 weeks of the season with a lingering calf injury. I know how those injuries are. That must really hurt to walk and be able to run. After the Steelers had an early success, the Steelers ended the 2024 season on a 5-game losing streak. Wilson threw only 6 touchdown passes, turned over the ball 4 times, and took 18 sacks in that stretch. Wilson finished the season with a 6-5 record as he started with 16 touchdown passes to 5 interceptions. Also completing 63.7% of his passes and was sacked 33 times. He had a great season, but he's ready to move to New York. And everybody said it was great. He's ready to move to New York. You know, he wanted to move to New York in the offseason and mentioned it before, sources say, but this time he's ready. Let's go. Going back to the cold. Here we go. But next, let's take a deep breath real quick. Let's take a deep breath. We're going to talk about star basketball player Juju Watkins. Here we go. On March 24th, 2025, USC was playing home against Mississippi State, and there was a very tragic event that happened. USC star Juju Watkins was dribbling the ball down court on a fast break, ready to electrify and dazzle the crowd with her smooth moves that were nice as ice and smooth as silk, and everyone stood on their feet. While suddenly Juju tried to go between 2 fenders, her right leg gave out, making her fall to the floor, grabbing her right knee and yelling and hollering in pain. She was carried off the court by USC athletic director and USC administrators. The sight of her not being able to put any weight on her right leg was very sad. Watkins was wheeled out of the arena to the nearest medical facility, later finding out that she had torn her ACL. Wow. We're praying for you, Juju. We're praying for you, which would end her season. It was a very emotional moment for everybody and everybody in the stadium. You know how it was. That's very sad. Also, there was a sadness in the gym that could not be explained. But the USC team, that sideline handled business. Everybody on the sideline coming into the game handled business, sealing the win to a 96-59 win over number 9 seed Mississippi State. Yes, they still handled business. They still pursued everything. After Watkins went down, senior forward Kiki Arifin, I believe, stepped up and handled business, scoring a season high and magnificent 36 points. This girl is something special. Also, to mention, she's 6'3". Wow. She is more than capable of having huge games. Last season at Stanford, she had 41 points. Yes, 4-1. Nice as ice, smooth as silk. Hardcore. Here we go. Let's go. When Juju went out, Kiki was ready to step up and handle business because she had done it before. Mississippi State coach says that she thinks Kiki is one of the best players in the country, saying that she threw every trap at her and every play at her and tried to stop her, but nothing worked. She was unstoppable that game and not phased at all. Let's believe that Kiki will continue to have those great games and help USC lead to a national championship for the team and for Juju. All right. I got a couple words. Mama said knock you out. I'm going to knock you out. Next, we're going to talk about a little boxing. Yes, physical. You see right there that highlight? He's fighting Muhammad Ali. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You can't see me. Here we go. George Foreman's success with boxing over the... Oh, I'm sorry. My bad, guys. Let me start from the very beginning. American boxer, businessman, preacher, and author George Foreman had died at age 76 years old. He was considered one of the most powerful punchers in the sport of boxing with a legendary record of 76-5 with 68 knockouts. Wow, I wouldn't want to mess with that, man. Wow. George Foreman was born January 10th, 1949 in Houston, Texas. Foreman had a rough life. He dropped out of school and began committing crimes at age 16. He changed his life around. He got a job and earned his high school equivalency diploma and also started boxing. He made the U.S. Olympic team in 1968 and won gold as a teenager in Mexico City, beating a 29-year-old. Can you imagine being beat by a teenager if you're pretty much 30 years old? That's very embarrassing. That couldn't be me. George Foreman had success with boxing over the next 5 years. Man, this man was powerful. Mama said knock you out. Boom, I'm going to knock you out. Physical. Here we go. He began to get better and better each time while stopping Smoking Joe Frazier, who was also one of the most powerful hitters and boxers. Man, this dude could knock you out, break a jaw, break ribs, everything. And this happened, he stopped Smoking Joe Frazier in 1973. Then he faced another boxing legend, Muhammad Ali. We already know who that is. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. That man was dancing all around George Foreman. George Foreman took a loss, which they called it the Rumble in the Jungle, which was also considered the most memorable fight in boxing history. In 1977, Foreman had a near-death experience in the locker room after the fight, which changed his whole life. And then he said he was called to spread the word of God and stop boxing. George Foreman spent a decade out of the ring, then returned to boxing in 1987. Yes, 1987, the 80s. Then in 1994, Foreman at 45 years old. Wow, that's an old man for boxing to still be getting hit on. But most likely, George Foreman was the one knocking people out and hitting people. He became the oldest man ever to win the heavyweight championship. He defeated Michael Moore. Foreman retired from boxing in 1997, then becoming a businessman and doing some acting, briefly starring in a sitcom called George in the 1990s. He also has, I believe, about 12 kids, 12 children, and 5 of his sons are all named George. Everybody knows that. George. Outside of the ring, people know George Foreman, best known as the face of the George Foreman grill, the cooking grill, sold more than 100 million units. Yes, that's a very good grill. I cook my chicken on that. Listen, I cook everything on that. String beans, potatoes, chicken, pork chops. We're going to stick to sports, all right? It made him much, and actually that grill made him much wealthier than his sport ever did. That's extremely impressive right there. That's something impressive. A couple words. Mama said knock you out. I'm going to knock you out. Next, we're going to end it with Colorado State versus Maryland. We all love March Madness. Here we go. College hoops. Here we go. Freshman sensation Derek Queen scored the game-winning bucket versus number 12 seed Colorado State at the buzzer as number 4 seed Maryland moved on to the NCAA tournament for the 15th time in program history. The score was 72-71. The win improved 11th-ranked Maryland to 27-8, the most wins for the program since going 27-9 in 2015-16. Wow, that's amazing. Handle business. Physical! The win destroyed Colorado State's 11-game win streak, ending the season at 26-10 overall. Queen finished the game with 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 blocks. His game winner happened after a timeout with 3 seconds left to play. He got the ball, he dribbled left, and he hit a fadeaway. Woo! Like Michael Jordan. That brother was smooth as silk and nice as ice. Fancy. Oh, you fancy, huh? I see you with the fadeaway, brother. That sealed the win. The game was over. All his teammates crowded him, hugged him, cheered him on. That was a great moment. I remember those moments back in the day. I'm getting old. How old am I? That's a different story. Stick to hoops. Derek Queen is currently averaging 16.2 points per game, 9.1 rebounds, and 1.9 assists, man. Well, everybody, that's hoops. That's boxing, Juju Watkins, football, everything. It's your boy, Enoch Clark. It's your boy, a.k.a. The Magnificent. It's your boy, a.k.a. Brother Enoch. It's your boy, a.k.a. The Best. It's your boy, a.k.a. Orange Shirt. It's your boy, Bro. And we'll be back with another episode of Sports Corner next time. See you later. Peace.